boys and girls. Dolly wanted to say hello. This is my boy. He's Chubbs. He's a little chubby, but he's such a good boy. He wanted to say hi. Because you know when you got to do something, where do these sweet little pets go? Right smack in the middle. Mwah! I love you so much. All right, boys and girls, it's been a while. I mean, school is over, blah, 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 blah. I'm off contract time, but I'm still going to the classroom and trying to figure out stuff there. I'm finding a lot of things. I wanted to finish up the last few packets that I have. So there is a shout out for some internet people, students that worked online. I can't even read it again when it's dark. Kaya did some, Byron, Charlene, let's see, who's that? Oh, Liam, Jocelyn, Japjeet, Daniel, Benny, Ari, and James. And then we've got some packet work that's been turned in. Edgar, Jasmine, Ella, Sierra, Genesis. I think that's everybody so far. Okay, here we go with some of the hard copies. All right. Ella worked on action verbs. It's the main attraction words. You know the song, remember? Action words. It's the main attraction word. They're verbs. So, verbs is movement. You're doing something. Twirling, spinning, talking, running, jumping, screaming, whatever it is. Good job, Ella. Ella, she practiced ancient astronomers with a writing practice, which was kind of hard because you were trying to read it from cursive. So hopefully your parents helped you out a little bit on that. I think that was like the last week. I thought that was an easier packet, Mrs. Sargent and I looked at it. Yeah, it was less, but I don't think it was that easy. But you did pretty good, you know. I made some notes for 4th grade teachers so they'll know what they need to review. And then Ella did using context clues. So reading it in the text, book, article, or whatever, and using clues in that to figure out what something means. A word means. Okay. Ella also worked on statements and questions. Boom. Omar, he worked on common and proper nouns. Down here at the bottom, Omar, it just said write whether it was a proper noun or a common noun. You put a C or P. That's all I did right there. And Omar, singular and plural nouns. Nice. And as I go through these, this is the one I want you to pay attention to. It was the lake cabin, and we used visualizing as a comprehension strategy. And it's really interesting to see the pictures that you drew of what you were picturing in your mind when you read the story, because everybody's not going to be exactly the same. So Omar, here's his visualizing of the lake cabin. And Omar worked on fact families. I thought that was kind of fun to do it that way. Visualizing the lake cabin Jasmine. See, look. Neither one are, wrong. It's what you visualized. And sometimes your background knowledge kind of takes over too. Jasmine also worked on the soccer story, developing vocabulary. Awesome. And Sierra, she worked on commutative property. That's the switcheroo. You know, if you have 6 plus 4 equals 10, 4 plus 6 equals 10. And we also learned that in the multiplication and division with fact families there too. Sierra Look at the little Donald Duck. My dad could do an expression, you know, that duck sound, you know, with his voice. It was crazy. I think you're just born to do that. I don't know. Sierra did some of the writing. She did both of them, but this is the solar system that she did. Very nice. That's Sierra. And Sierra was also working on multiplication, 1 digit and 2 digit. Now, look at this. Is that amazing or what? Did she erase her work? Nope. Thank you, Sierra. She worked them out. And I can see her work, and I love that. Because if there is something wrong or weird or strange, I can find it. And then you can explain it to me. Same with their 4th grade teachers. And sometimes this is proof. Like, I've had a kid come to me and they go, Miss Harman, I don't know. I don't think you're right. I think you messed up. I go, well, what do you mean? And they sat there and they showed it to me. And I had a black hole that day. And they were right. I don't know. Okay. Follow the directions. Really, it's for your own good. Identifying parts of a group. So fractions. Miss Sierra, look at those flowers. Got a few of those coming up. Sierra also worked on statement and questions. Every time I get on this thing and I start talking, I'm sniffling. I'm still taking those allergy shots for allergic to dogs and cats. Surprise! Had dogs and cats my entire life. So it's been about a year now. I'm still on that immune therapy, whatever it is, with the shots. But I think it's going to be worth it because I have to keep Dally and all the other ones that I've had. They just make my life warm. Okay, context clues. Figuring out the meaning. Again, this is Sierra. I'm reading it in the story. Okay, visualizing. Okay, here's hers. She added color to hers. But look. The cabin lake. None of them are wrong. It's what you visualize in your head. What picture are you painting in your head? And then we have Jocelyn. She worked on adverbs. Now remember, adverbs describe verbs. So if, let's say Jocelyn jumped. The action word is jump. But if I added Jocelyn quickly jumped or Jocelyn quietly jumped, quietly is your adverb because it's telling you how they're doing the verb. So that's adverbs. Good job, Jocelyn. And then rainy day multiplication, another one of those, Miss Jocelyn. It's been a while since I've seen some of these because we didn't have them in the later packets. Later packets. Jocelyn did a trifold. Look at this. I taught you so well. Okay, DOK 1 questions, DOK 2, DOK 3, and 4, which depth of knowledge. DOK 1s are the easy ones. Oh, just retell. I know that. It's blue, 4. And then the DOK 2s, they're asking you a little bit more information, and your 3s and 4s are more in depth. They're making you think, explain, that kind of thing. And then Jocelyn did suffixes. They're at the end of a word, suffixes. So that root word usually is not very big, and you add your prefix and you add your suffix on there, and it's like, oh my gosh, I can't read that word because it's so long. Well, you got a prefix, dis, re, in, your root word, and at the end you have ly, able, meant, like statement, and there you go. You got the word. But it's intimidating, very intimidating. I was learning French in high school. I was terrible. Oh my gosh, I was terrible. And I tried. I really did. I didn't learn too much, I didn't remember much at all. And I took some Spanish classes. I've taken about like 3 or 4, can't say a thing, except for maybe 4 words. And so you guys out there, while you're young, you pick up, you learn Spanish, you learn English, and another language will be even better for you. It'll help you so much, and it's really wonderful. And it doesn't have to be Spanish. It can be any language whatsoever that they have available for you to learn and take in high school. So, Jocelyn, measuring liquid volume. Oops, I didn't hold that up. Because the older you get, forget that. Ask your parents. They'll know how hard it is. This is like, I look at a tree and I'm like, okay, that verde, that's green. But by the time I figure that out and get it in my head going around, my gosh, I'm down the street. All right. Same area, different perimeter. Jocelyn. Woo! And I had some DOLs coming in. We know how to do these. Grammar. Jocelyn. Beginning of the year, you looked at those and you're like, ew. Some of them are really hard. We have to go back over them. That's no big deal. It's a great, great review. Jocelyn worked on some vocabulary. Jocelyn, don't forget 7-up sentences. Everything else is fine. So just add in some detail, adjectives. You're there. I saw a tree. I saw a beautiful blooming tree yesterday. And there you go. Your writing just improved and made it more interesting. These are killing me. I like my pink ones better. They're weird. Oh, I gave Miss Tara and Miss Cindy and Miss Patton these rocking glasses. So they have them. All right, using a graphic organizer for inferencing information. That was Shirlene. Got a graphic organizer. You started that day 1. She also did a graphic organizer for, I can't see, I don't have my glasses on right now, but this was an interesting one. Like graphic organizers is just organize your information. We did flowers, we did tables, we did hamburgers, and this one just goes vertically across the page. I mean, not vertical, horizontal. Duh. I know that. Measuring 3/4 of an inch, Shirlene. Woohoo. Edgar, visualizing. Look here, see how they're all different. But most of the information is to say, look at that fish. He looks like a little blowfish. No. They're the craziest looking things. Multiplying by 1s and 2s, 2 digits. This is Edgar. His favorite colors, he likes black and red. There you go. Open and close shapes. Edgar, very nice. And we have, now I don't know what we have. Oh, Edgar. You worked on common and proper nouns. It looks like it's terrible. It is not. You had 2 that needed to go on one side and 2 go on the other side. And they were, let me see if I can, let's see. I think, hotel. Hotel's a common noun. It's a proper noun if it's named specifically. Ramada Inn Hotel. Days Inn Hotel, or can't think of any others all of a sudden. Whatever, if it's specifically named, that's a proper noun. If it's not, then it's a common. Let's see. Disney World Resort Hotel. Okay, that would be proper. But if you just said the hotel at Disney World, then that would be common. It wouldn't be capitalized. The other one, piano. Piano is a common noun because it's not a specific. If it was Steiner, piano or Baldwin piano. Then it's a naming a particular or specific noun. So then it would be proper and capitalized. They're always capitalized, the proper nouns. And let's see, Genesis, you needed that reminder too. Yes. Oh, and also Genesis and Edgar. Remember that, let me see, a common noun. Let's say you had city. That is not capitalized. But if you had New York City, then that's a specific city. So then that would be capitalized. If you had the city we are going to, it's not capitalized. But if you said we are going to Salt Lake City, then that's proper and you'd capitalize it. Another example would be Miss Harman is a teacher. That is not capitalized. That's a common noun. But if you talk to me as a teacher, Miss Harman, then that is a proper noun. Then we have, hey Dally, now you're on my papers. Edgar worked on angles. And we have Edgar vocabulary. Don't forget 7-up sentences. Everything else was perfect. You had one baby eye. Edgar, no baby eyes. Capital. Dally. And Edgar, mapping longitude, latitude. You'll do a lot more of that in 5th grade. Dally, really? Fact families. Let's see, Jeet. Look how neat that is. I think she used a ruler. Awesome. Very nice and neat. Action words is the main attraction. Words is verbs. And Jeet worked on action verbs. And Jeet did adding and subtracting with regrouping. Isn't that purty? And Jeet worked on context clues, homophones. A bat was flying in the cave. He used a bat to hit the baseball. Here's another visualizing. This one is Jeet. Boom. It was fun looking at all of these. Exclamation and commands. Miss Kaya, she worked on that. And Kaya worked on singular and plural nouns. And that can get tricky. When you get to foxes, or moose, not mices. We talked about that when I read that book. It's fun though, isn't it? And how many people say fish? What is it? Fishies? It's not fishies. It's one fish. 6 fish. But 6 species. Fishes? Fishes. 6 fishes. Whatever it is. Kaya, adding and subtracting and regrouping. And Kaya worked on her flower fractions right there. And let's see, Genesis. Oh, I always do that. I'll always do that. And it hurts. Exclamation and command. Miss Genesis. Nice. Then we have, here's another log cabin or whatever it's called. Lake cabin. And look at that one. This is Genesis. Visualizing in her head. Dell, you're right on those papers. It's a good thing I've already read those. All right. Genesis, common and proper nouns. And I explained that when I was talking to Edgar. I think you had 2 at the top. Girl, you said proper, but it's common. But if you said Genesis likes to learn, then Genesis is your proper to be capitalized. And let's see, Genesis did identifying parts of a whole. And a writing practice. Oh, I had a bunch come in with no names on them. So this was a writing practice. I don't know who it is. No name, no fame. And I even looked on the front of the packet, you know, because like I remember I told you, like if they're like just paper clipped or something like that, they come apart. And so it's nice to have your name on each piece of paper. But lately they've been putting the binder clips on them pretty good. Action verbs, don't know whose it is. No name, no fame. Adding like fractions, no name, no fame. Somebody's going to recognize that. So, anyway, sorry that was long. I wanted to finish it up. I hope everybody's having a beginning of a summer that's beginning with all this thundering. I thought I had jumped 50 feet when it thundered this morning or whenever it was. It was as bad as it is in Jacksonville, Florida, where I'm from. The lightning is just ridiculous. But anyway, I congratulate everybody on their hard work. And we've talked to the 4th grade teachers. They know what's coming in. Hey, Dolly. So, keep rocking. You're doing great. I love you. And I might have a couple more stories of my silly books that I have. I'm going to try to get those taped before I'm on vacation. So, be safe. Follow the rules. And we can do this together. They keep saying that. I don't know what it is, but we can do this together. So, talk to you later. Goodbye.